Hello everyone, it is 1 in the morning, Friday, early hours of Saturday I guess now. This weekend's boxing part 2, we're going to discuss Taylor Esman in the undercard and the rest of the shows this weekend. I'm going to review the full weekend on Sunday, but Joe Aiden did get a good win tonight. The killer trainer managed 18 fighters, 18 wins. They beat a very good Lewis Booth. Lewis, I've known Lewis since we were kids. Really good fighter, always has been. And he was in shape, really fit and motivated. And it was a good fight. I've watched it back. 78-75, so 5-2-1 even. And you know what? That was about fair, I thought. Big step up for Joe, gone from fighting journeyman to a former area champion with 1 loss in 17. It was a big jump for him. Done fucking good, because he lost a few rounds. He took a few shots. Yeah, I'm happy with him. He's got a good win over a good fighter now, so I'm proud of him. But we'll review everything fully. Stevie Levy lost her title eliminator. I haven't watched that yet. She was the fight before Joe, so it was a shame I didn't actually get to see it. But by Sunday I will, and I will review the full show. But this is this weekend's boxing. Part 2, so tomorrow we've got a big show in Glasgow, and it is a good show. There's a show at Tolworth and a show at Bethnal Green. Your call. We will start in Scotland with Taylor Esman. First of all, Esman's been over at our gym, sparring Jack Cattrall and Joe. Esman, not the technically best fighter I've ever seen. I don't think the biggest puncher, but I've never seen a fitter. I've never seen a fitter boxer. He's the fittest, best engine. He is called the engine, but the fittest man I've ever seen. He had a couple of spars with Jack. Then his last spar, he did 6 with Jack and 6 with Joe. Now, Cattrall's fucking brilliant, to be honest. We did 6 with Jack. They weren't the highest pace in the world. They did 6 with Joe. And Joe Aiden's as fit as a fiddle. And Joe got out and said they were the 6 hardest rounds I've done. Fucking some pace. Non-stop. I don't think he's the best boxer. I don't think he's a big hitter. I don't think he's even physically strong. But he's just fucking there all the time on it. He's just good. He's good at everything. And he's fit. So, I was really impressed with him, actually. But Taylor's a former undisputed champion. Like, Josh Taylor don't get the credit he deserves. Josh Taylor should go down as one of the best British fighters of all time. He's been an undisputed champion. How many of them has there been? People think, oh, Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, brilliant fighter. Postle, Barinchik, Vasquez, Prograis, Ramirez. He has got a win over Jack on his resume. Relatively close fight with Lopez. Taylor was pound for pound up there. He was undisputed. Now I've heard rumours Taylor's not 100%, whatever else. I think the jump up to welter will do in the world of good. I think he should have done it probably a fight or 2 ago. Taylor should be a huge favourite, but I have heard he's not 100%. I've heard, and that's been impressed me when I saw him spar. I've got to go Taylor, to be honest. I have to. Former undisputed champion, and the jump up in weight I think will suit him. So, load of rumours. That's all. That could be true. Could be bollocks and all. I can only go on all-known form. And on all-known form, an undisputed champion has to be the favourite. He might be finished. Esman might be, too fit and strong at this point of his career, but I have to go Taylor. I have to. Not an overly confident pick, but you can't pick against an undisputed champion, I don't think. Next, we've got Nathaniel Collins and McGregor. That's a fucking good fight, Collins is good. I first saw him sparring Michael Conlan. What year was that? end of 2018 it was. You know, he's become the British champion, the Commonwealth champion. Had some pretty good wins actually, but it's been a year since he's had a proper fight. You know, beat Miller, beat Junior, Hamza, Grandelli. Yeah, he's a good fighter. McGregor at one point though, McGregor was talked about as a, you know, as future superstar. And obviously drew Ruiz and got beat by Ayala, but he did a good job on Isaac Low. I was the fight after that actually. This is a crack. I think it's a 50-50. I couldn't confidently pick you a winner, to be honest. That's a brilliant fight. Two really good fights. Then we've got Alois Jr., David Jameson. Again, Jameson's good. Jameson's solid. Been stopped twice. Stopped by Chef Clark and Lowell. So when he stepped up, the other defeat was a 3-rounder. So when he has stepped up, he has been beat. But is Alois Jr. as good as Lowell or Clark? He's only young. Is he as good as them? I don't think he's as good as the Clark that beat Jameson, to be honest. I wasn't impressed when he watched the Italian fellow. I think the Italian fellow was good. He was better last time. I'd have to go for Alois Jr. Stoppage. I'd have to. I like Jameson though, but I'll have to go for him. Then we've got Atama, Mike Balogun. We know a lot of Atama. Looks like he could be something very special. He faces an American who he's watched two people I'm familiar with. He beat one, and he got stopped in 2 rounds by the other. I'll be honest, I could not tell you anything. 6'1" southpaw. You can't see past an Atama win. Atama does look the real deal, to be honest. Then we've got Aston Brown, Reese Porter. Aston Brown was on GB when I was up there, actually. Not familiar with Porter. 7-0, 5-0. Looks like it could be a good fight. I like the card, man. I think this is a really, really good card, actually, they're putting on. Really good. For the Scottish title, I'm not familiar with Porter. I know Aston's a good fighter. It was on the GB a very long time ago. 2012 it was, so, you know, he can definitely fight. So there you 50-50s. We've then got McCormack, Samir Quintas. McCormack's very good. Marcus Sutherland, Dylan Nixon, 7-0 against 7-2. Drew Lemon, 3-0 against Grigors, 3-22. Davidson against 13, 49-9. Luke Bibby got beat actually recently. 18-18, 4-0 against 1-17, and Davidson against 6-26. So, you know, the top 5 fights, I presume, was a televised one, maybe McCormack as well. Brilliant. The top 5 fights are brilliant. At Atama's opponent, I'm not so sure. But the other 4 fights are cracking, and Atama was one of the best heavyweight prospects in the world. You got McCormack, great. Obviously interesting. I think that's Alex Harper's son, Drew Limit, I've heard good things about. But, yeah, 5 fights on there. That's a cracking card, cracking TV card. That's what we'll be watching. And on YouTube, we'll watch what looks like a few good prospects. Beat up some fellas. They've got no chance. But that's boxing, to be honest. But I am looking forward to the card, actually. I think it's a really good card. Elsewhere, so at Tolworth Recreation Centre. Yeah, 6-fight card. There's a 3-fight card at your call. We've actually a good fight on Finley James, 6-0. Finley James is good. He's a good fighter, actually. He fights 4-0 Harley Hodges. I think he's from Pompey, actually. I think. Yeah, he is. I know that fella, actually. Good fight. So, my predictions. I got Alois Jr. stoppage. Josh Taylor to win. Aston Brown to win. Good card though. There's 5 fights on that card that are really, really good. A lot of good prospects to watch. You can't know how they're going to go. It's a case of will they stop them all on points, but you know who's going to win. But the main zone card will be a good one because they're good fights. So, yeah. On Sunday, I will review this show and tonight's show. I don't look buzzing because I've hardly slept since I boxed last week, but Joe boxed really well. And it was a good card as well, some fucking good fights on. So we'll cover all that Sunday. Thank you for watching.